thinking I rap. I'm hanging out with the stars. Still can't relax, even in these
And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. The show brings you a matchup of division rivals. It's the Tampa Bay Rays and the Toronto Blue Jays. Today, all eyes are on the mound as we've got a pitcher who's been absolutely on fire lately. In fact, in his recent outings, he's been nearly untouchable, Singy.
Oh, you're not kidding, Boog. Opponents have looked lost against this guy, and the way he's pitching, it doesn't look like he's slowing down anytime soon.
First pitch coming your way next. Just about ready to go. And today's starter, Bowden Francis, having a pretty ridiculous season so far, Singy.
Yeah, you see there with the sub-2 ERA, very dependable guy, and he's been pretty much lights out so far this season. So, you know, when a guy like this takes the mound, Boog, I'm expecting to watch him get into a rhythm quickly and just move through a ball game. Sometimes you can see some big strikeouts. Other times it's hard to even know he's there because the innings go so quickly.
In the air, out towards right center. Clase pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's one down. All right, let's take a look at the Rays lineup. And something they've talked about needing to improve on moving forward is their ability to apply consistent pressure, Chris. Right now, it's not a club that gets on base enough.
And sometimes, Boog, you just need a hitter to go up there and grind out an at-bat, maybe have 11, 12 pitches, and all of a sudden players get fired up in the dugout and they want to do the same thing. And before you know it, you start to get base runners on and you get a big hit, and all of a sudden you ride that wave for a few days and go on a winning streak. That's something they definitely could use.
Richie Palacios in the box now. No balls and a strike. One out, base is empty. That misses. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, when you commit to throwing an inside fastball to your glove side across the strike zone, especially with 2 strikes, if you're going to miss, you want to miss off the plate in. You do not want to leave it out over the heart of the plate. So that was excellent execution on that pitch. Really tied him up, and he couldn't get a piece at all.
Yandy Diaz in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. And that's way high, and the count even 1-1. The 1-1 is fouled off. 2 outs, base is empty. And that's in the dirt. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. And that skips in the dirt. Righty delivers. Swinging a foul ball at the plate. They'll do it again. 2 outs. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Tampa Bay nothing. Blue Jays 2 up next. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back here at Rogers Center, and our pitcher in this game, Shane McClanahan. And Chris, he's hoping for some better fortune moving forward.
Well, I'm looking to see if he can increase the amount of swings and misses and perhaps get more strikeouts, because hitters are batting over 300 against him, and that means guys are getting the barrel to the ball. Exit velocity's got to be pretty good when you have that kind of batting average. So he's going to have to find a way to do something different in this one.
Ernie Clement leading things off and takes a strike. Clement measures 6 feet even, hitting leadoff in today's game, and he was drafted in the 4th round back in 2017. Center field makes the grab, 1 down. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Blue Jays. And it's clear the most important job they have today is getting to the starting pitcher early and often.
No doubt about that. That's the best way to disrupt a game. But can they do it? Certainly something for us to pay attention to in this one, partner.
Bo Bichette up to the dish. That one down the line, and it goes just foul. McClanahan. He has a reputation, I don't know, maybe a knack for working himself out of tough situations that he finds himself in. You know, you like that in a relief pitcher, but when you have it for a starting pitcher, a guy that can get out of a tight spot, that is pretty valuable. The 1-1 is fouled off.
And you won't see the skipper rush to get somebody up in the bullpen as soon as he starts to see some signs of trouble. This guy's earned a longer leash, and because of that, confidence grows with the players and teammates playing behind him, that when things get a little rough out there, they know he'll find his way through it.
Hard hit left side. Over to Diaz, and Bichette is retired. How much of the ability to do that in a tight spot is the mental approach?
I think it's very much being able to have a laser-like focus, slow everything down, stay right in that moment, pitch-to-pitch execution, and focusing on that catcher's mitt.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Whips it to first. And Guerrero is set down. And that will end the inning. Down in order go the Blue Jays. Scoreless after 1. Back now in Toronto. All set for the start of the inning. Here's the veteran second baseman, Brandon Lau. In there at the knees. 0-1. Right through there for a strike.
Larry Bullard making the calls behind the plate for us in this one. Pretty good strike zone. Well reviewed by those we talked to around the league.
Yeah, he's an umpire. He doesn't get a lot of looks from players, maybe here and there once in a while, but he's appreciated back there. So up next, Junior Caminero. And first offering is fouled off. What about some no-nos? Like, you can't call the umpire blue the way you do in Little League or high school, right?
Yeah, even in the minor leagues, you'll learn quickly. You call the umpire blue. You better learn his name, and that's just part of being a professional player and even a major league player.
Full extension makes the catch. This dive wasn't the result of a bad route, Singy. The only reason he made the plays because his route was so good.
No doubt, Boog. StatCast tells the same story. I mean, he got to his spot as quickly as you can possibly get there, and he had to in order to have a chance at that diving play. Just special.
2 down, bases empty. And next is the designated hitter, Jonathan Aranda. Up the middle, Clement. Tosses to first, and that'll do it. Rays held in check here. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Bottom of the second, and now the Toronto cleanup hitter, Anthony Santander. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
McClanahan back to work. Base knock right field. Now he turns and heads for second. The throw in. The tag out.
Gotta love the hustle and the attitude there to try to stretch that single into a double, but unfortunately thrown out at second base. He was so close to being in scoring position.
And the batter is George Springer.
Really strong hitting performance recently. Chance to extend that hitting streak to 10 games here.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single. Davis Schneider will hit next.
He's been tearing it up at the plate recently. Can make it a 5-game hitting streak with a knock in this one.
There's the strike.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Pitch misses there. Ball one. Schneider went deep in his most recent game. Next offering is fouled back. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. The tag gets him, and it's a double play to end the inning. So it's no runs on 2 base hits, no errors, and no one left on. We head on down to the back here at the ballpark, coming off a series where they were red hot at the plate, and a look at the numbers. And that's downstairs and outside. And that's in there for a strike, and now it's even. Francis ready to fire now. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. Here's a 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He's notched 4 strikeouts now.
Man, it's so tough to let a slow curveball like that one just travel all the way into the contact zone. You see it out of the hand, and you're telling yourself, off speed, stay back. But you just get too excited. You think you're going to hammer it, and you still end up way out in front.
Next offering is in for a strike. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Wow, that's a tough call for the hitter, but the pitcher will take that all day long. Not quite in the strike zone, but he found a spot that the umpire is going to, at least for now, allow him to get that call. So hitters are going to have to make an adjustment, but pitchers are going to learn from those things and really try to exploit them if they can.
Sends it across to first. Rays retired in order. Nothing doing for Tampa, and we are still scoreless. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. That one fouled off.
Well, these Blue Jays, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. I'm specifically talking about the first pitch. These guys are swinging more than 80% of the time, which is fine if you're scoring runs, but that hasn't been the case today.
Now, here is Jonathan Clase. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
Well, at that velocity, if that's all you're seeing, 88, you can handle that all day long. That's what you get in batting practice. But off the velocity of the fastball, that is a very tough pitch to adjust to.
Still tied at 0, last of the third. One down, base is empty. Line to left. And foul ball. Not close with that one. And it's 2-2. On the ground to short. Kim on the run. Throw to first. And it beats him. What a play. Tyler Heineman next up for the Blue Jays. That misses the zone. 1-0.
1-0.
That's hard hit on the line. And that's a base hit. Here's the second baseman, Ernie Clement. Fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1. And that one is lifted in the air. DeLuca makes the catch. And that is the third out of the inning. One left for Toronto. Still no score. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well. And a fastball in there for a strike at 91. Low. In his third season, 27 years old, and he's been touching home plate quite a bit lately, scoring 8 runs over the last 10 games. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game.
Now there's a 3-pitch strikeout. He can do whatever he wants with the baseball right now.
Palacios batting for the second time, and that's strike 1. Line drive to short and caught.
Nothing you can do about those as a hitter. Even though you know that, they still drive you absolutely crazy.
Diaz in the box now. No balls and a strike. Foul ball there. 2 down, nobody on. Waves at the bender for the strikeout. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the 4th. Now it's the shortstop, Bo Bichette. Comebacker to the mound. Over to first. And one gone in the 4th as they get the leadoff man. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. Ripped to short. Kim with the throw to first. And Guerrero is set down. Anthony Santander at the plate. Scoreless here, but now he's got to deal with a guy who's got some power. Got to be careful when you're talking about a hitter with this type of slug and these type of home run totals. And a base hit right there. And that keeps the inning going. Here's George Springer. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Swing and a foul straight back. Two gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. We're here in the bottom of the 4th.
Oh. 1-1.
There's a swing and a drive. That one's got a chance. That's down. One hops off the wall. Rounds third, headed for the plate. The relay, he scores and they have the lead. 1-0.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night. And just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. So, runner at second, 2 down. Davis Schneider now at the plate. He's 0 for 1. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. He'll circle the bases. His 7th home run of the season. It's 3-0. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now.
So 2 away with nobody on. And now for the Jays, Alejandro Kirk. And first offering is fouled off. Two outs. Swing and a foul straight back. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Got him. Inning over on the strikeout. But they strike for 3 in the inning. 2 on this 2-run home run. It's now 3-0. Francis back to work. There's the strike.
Well, these Rays just aren't putting together very many good at-bats in this one. We're in the back half of the game, and they're still searching for a base runner. He's been great out there on the mound, no doubt, but it's also been a disappointing performance at the plate to this point.
Ball to strike. The pitch. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So a runner aboard to start the inning. Here's the third baseman, Junior Caminero. Right through there for a strike.
And as we get deeper, it's not going to get any easier. These at-bats are going to feel more and more desperate with every out the rest of the way.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. And he's up to 8 strikeouts in this one. So digging in, Jonathan Aranda. That's off the mark. Ball 1. The 1-1 is fouled off. Man at first, 1 away. And that's a little bit high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Got him. That's his 9th strikeout so far.
Oh, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts, so they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs 1 more out.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. 1 left for Tampa. Still down 3-0. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Pulls that one foul.
Well, these Jays doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes challenging on the defensive side. The numbers tell us they're averaging more than a hit every inning, and they've only struck out twice, so they keep finding ways to put their bat on the ball.
Next offering upstairs.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swings and misses. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Well, kind of a weird pitch and a weird swing on that strikeout. It's just a slider that caught a lot of the plate. I'd say a very hittable location. But in the box, I think he just gave up on it way too early. And by the time he realized it was dropping into the zone, he just fires off a really poor swing.
Heineman takes a ball as he stands in for the 2nd time. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-1. Base is empty, 1 away. Last half of inning number 5. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Got him. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. Back to the leadoff spot in the Blue Jays lineup. Ernie Clement next up for the Blue Jays. And that one upstairs, ball 1. Bullpen movement for the Rays. Kevin Kelly warming up for manager Kevin Cash. Clevenger getting loose as well.
Some real good life going through the zone on that one.
A swing and a miss as he chases way out of the zone. And that one moves his feet.
Three balls, 2 strikes.
That one called just inside, I think, and on the mound, he's trying to get a little bit of an explanation. Doesn't seem to be too bothered by it, though, but he clearly thought it clipped the corner.
Fights it off. He'll see another. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. And he strikes out the
three strikeouts.
And we're back. Top six. And now the shortstop, Ha-Sung Kim. Fastball for a strike.
I'm impressed by the number of first pitch strikes. He's not afraid of contact. Some guys, they'll nibble just because they don't want to get hit hard. That's not what we're seeing here.
One strike.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. And that's where the swing. It's a strikeout.
Well, he clearly didn't recognize that curveball out of the hand and tried to check the swing, just went around too far, and you're hoping the umpire maybe missed it, and they bail you out.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Another one. That's 5 straight strikeouts.
Well, right now he's in cruise control, autopilot, just dominating these hitters. It doesn't look like it's a fun at bat. And all of a sudden, you become in awe of this guy on the mound. Somebody's got to break this thing up. That's 5 straight strikeouts. Got to put a ball in play.
On the ground to the left. And that's just foul. 0-2 now. And the pitch is outside. Ball 1.
Ball. 2 strike.
Out to short. And it finds its way through for a hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive. Richie Palacios next to hit for the Rays. First pitch misses. That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left. Low off of first with 2 away. That one missing inside.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
That one just misses.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap.
Well, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. It's the Blue Jays 3, the Rays nothing. Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Kevin Kelly.
Definitely a guy that pounds the strike zone, makes hitters earn their way on base, and rarely gets in trouble because of free passes.
Bichette at the plate for the 3rd time as he comes up empty there. And that is cut on and missed. And the count is 0-2.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good, and then by the time he gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. 0 for 2 in this one. A little out front there as he swings through it. Kelly is what you're looking for in a good reliever. The ball stays in the ballpark. It's so hard to square him up. On the ground to 3rd. Caminero gets it to 1st. And a couple of quick outs. 2 outs, base is empty. Now it's the Toronto designated hitter, Anthony Santander. Off the plate, and that's ball 1. Activity in the bullpen. Manuel Rodriguez up and throwing. And that's through there for a strike. And the count even at 1.
Yeah, he stays out of the middle and pitches either at the bottom or at the top on the edges. And because of that, if you do get it in the air, it's usually just a high fly ball. And when it's down in the zone, it's on the ground.
got him swinging. Blue Jays go down. Back here at Rogers Center, and here's the first baseman, Yandy Diaz. Just missed. Well, he's back out there to begin the seventh. That surprised you at all, Chris?
Yeah, a little bit. It was a little rough sixth inning there, but his skipper's got a lot of confidence in him. But trust me, they will keep a close eye on how he does in this one.
Yeah, that's in for a strike. 2-1 now. Swing and a fly ball, well struck left field. Schneider makes the catch. And there's one down.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Lau in the box now as he leaves that one up high. Fouled off left side. The Jays leading by 3 here in the top half of inning number 7. Cut on and miss. Curveball struck him out. A big performance on the mound. Lots of strikeouts. That was number 14.
Yeah, clearly trusting his stuff in this one, Boog. Feeling really good about what he's working with, and that really allows a guy to attack hitters. You know, such an important mindset to have out there on the mound, especially when you're ahead in the count with 2 strikes.
And it's fouled away. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. See ya! Strikes him out for the second time today. Manuel Rodriguez gets the call from the pen.
And he's done a great job keeping the ball in the park this year. The numbers stack up with some of the best in the game.
Here's George Springer to start it off. Fought off foul. Rodriguez goes 5 feet 11 inches. He features a slider, a sinker, and he works in a 4-seamer. And that's in the dirt. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball. So up next for Toronto, Davis Schneider. He had a big swing back in the 4th, a 2-run homer, and that helped them get the lead.
And what a swing it was, Boog. Poetry in motion. And those are the type that you hardly feel when you connect with the baseball. Just so smooth, a great feeling off the bat.
In the air, right field, and it falls. One gone, runner at first. And next for Toronto, Alejandro Kirk. To first, and they've got him picked off. To second, and he's out.
You're out.
To the right side. Lau sends it to first, and that is that. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. 8th inning coming up. It's the Blue Jays 3, the Rays nothing. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Braden Fisher on for his major league debut, so we'll see if he's ready for the big stage.
He just has to remember this is the same game that he's played all the way through the minor leagues to this point. The only difference, there are just more people in the stands and it's a bigger stadium, but the game itself is still the same. Look at the catcher, whatever fingers he puts down, that's what you throw, and just let him lead you in this one.
Jansen stands in now, looks at that one inside. Check swing, and he went. And the count 1-1.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the ninth, that closer's coming in.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of his zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
And that one missing low. Next offering is downstairs. Hit on the ground to short. Throws across the diamond, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Garrett Clevenger.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Puts a bunt down, and that's a foul ball. That one ran inside, almost got him.
Great velocity at 97 at the top of the zone.
That missed by a lot. And the count's even at 2. And that's outside. Swing and a high fly ball left field. And it's caught for the out. Tyler Heineman next up for the Blue Jays. 1 for 2. Popped up. Got it. Really had to move for that catch. 2 away now. So up next, Ernie Clement.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
And that's off the inside edge. And now it's even 1-1. Tampa Bay's bullpen with some action. Drew Rasmussen warming up for manager Kevin Cash. That one at the knees for a strike. Two down, nobody on. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. That's out to center field. DeLuca settles under this one. He's there. He's got it. And that's the 3rd out. Nothing across here this half. Through 8 full. It's the Blue Jays 3. The Rays nothing. Here comes the closer here in the 9th, Jeff Hoffman.
Well, he's the guy they hope to turn to out of the pen to lock down wins. So this game has gone to plan, more or less. Let's see if he can wrap it up here.
Just missed.
In this situation, you expect the batters to be a little more patient, possibly take until they get a strike. With that, you don't want to miss your opportunity to get ahead early in the count. He didn't right there.
Singy, that's a start.
Yeah, as soon as that ball got through, I could see down in the dugout, guys pumping their fists. They know that they got a chance in this ball game.
Low stands in now and watches strike 1. Swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
And there's a hit. Throw comes in. Runner stopped. Second and third. Nobody out.
Everything came together for him. When you connect and it jumps off your bat like that, you're thinking double at the very least. Put a great swing on it, and man, he wasn't fooled at all. Now a huge at bat in this game coming up.
Palacios, the next to hit, takes ball one. Calling for the intentional walk, and that loads up the bases. And the force play is now in order.
You need a strikeout, and you need a ball perhaps on the ground for a double play, or get yourself a pop-up, something, but you've got to make some pitches. But if he can battle and get through.
Meanwhile, this pitch gets away. But all the runners hold. The next offering misses. 2-2. And a swing and a miss. And that is a big first out.
And there's another strikeout, and those are just continuing to pile up. His confidence level has got to be dropping. He's got to find a way to make an adjustment, but get back on track. His team needs him. The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
On the ground, could be two. Off balance feed, there's one. To first, not in time. Great effort there.
I promise you, there are guys that get a little bit faster when they can smell an RBI. That was a possible inning-ending double play. Great hustle, and he gets rewarded with the RBI because of it.
Caminero, the next to hit, takes low for a ball. Next pitch is downstairs. With the go-ahead run at the plate, here at the top of the ninth.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
Next pitch just misses. And a full count now. Hoffman is just one strike away. There's a line drive to left field. And he's got it. Ball game. And the Blue Jays claim the win here behind some great pitching and defense.
These concussions throw my